Good evening and welcome to Nigel Bailey Astrophotography. This is probably just my third or fourth video on this channel. I've made lots before, but on my other channel, Nigel Bailey Photography. And some weeks ago I decided that this particular little niche genre needed its own channel. So that's what this is all about. Astrophotography, night photography of one sort or another. And tonight I am in Dorset. I'm at Corfe Castle, and I'm here because at about, let's think, half an hour, something like that, 3/4 of an hour, I'm hoping that the skies will clear enough for me to be able to look west from the East Hill over Corfe Castle and see Comet, whatever it is, Lemmon, with 2 M's, in the western sky. It'll be there for about an hour or so before it sets, so I haven't got an awful lot of time to play with. I really want to photograph this one because I went to Stonehenge and photographed it there, and unfortunately I had all of about 5 minutes before it clouded over, and so I didn't really get much time to play. I certainly didn't get time to even set up a tracker, let alone work out how to configure it for this particular shoot. So here I am. I am going to do some track shots. I'll do some 60-second track shots. If I can, I'll take 15 to 20, something like that, so that I can get a good run at it and get some really nice, I hope, clean image of Comet Lemmon. I'll also take some foreground shots. Now I am going to use a longer lens than normal. So normally when I'm shooting night skies, I'm using wide angle lenses. I'm either using my 15mm Laowa or I'm using a 20mm Nikon f1.8. And the problem with those is the Comet is just going to look tiny. So I am going to use some longer lenses, and the only longer ones that I have that are f2.8 are f-mount lenses. Now that means using an F to Z mount adapter. I have two. I have one that is the Nikon all singing, all dancing one that transfers all the electronic information between the lens and the camera, and so that can control a G series lens that doesn't have a manual aperture control. So I'll use the Nikon one on that, the Nikon FTZ mounter. The other little adapter that I have is basically it's just a tube with mounts on either side of it, one Z mount and one F mount. It doesn't carry any electronic information at all, and so that needs to be coupled with a completely manual lens, and so that's what I will do with that one. I want to track the sky for 60-second shots with probably something like about 85 to 100 mil, that sort of focal length, to get a reasonable size comet in the view. And that is going to present a challenge for my move shoot move tracker. It may or may not cope with it. Only way to find out is to actually go up there and give it a go. So that's what I'm going to do. So if I manage to get the chance to stay near the camera where I'm there, I will do so. Otherwise I'll give you some feedback once I'm either back in the van or back in the study at home. Catch you soon. So I have parked near the National Trust place, and just opposite it there's a lay-by there, which is quite popular. Normally I would park much nearer upper lane that goes up the side of the East Hill. But I scattered it out earlier and there was no available parking there, so have a walk of a few minutes to get there, and I am nearly there right now. Here we go. Now, those two red lights that you can see there, those are lights from the castle. I can't get it to focus. Come on, you can do it, Osmo Pocket 3. Maybe it can't. Anyway, so I stood at this point and thought, they've done it again with their light pollution. I've been here before to photograph the Perseid meteor shower at some point, and as it happens, it was a bit of a disaster in some ways, in that the meteor shower just didn't, I couldn't see it because of the amount of light pollution that was being thrown up. I'll show you that picture. But I did get a really interesting image. Now, what I've found is that if I just come a little bit further along here, this path, then first one and then the second lamp gets hidden. So from exactly this point, oh, steam train going by there. From exactly this point, although we've got some lighting of the castle itself, we don't have the direct sight of those really bright lights themselves. So this is the place I'm going to shoot from. It's not quite where I want it to be, but it's pretty close. Well, at risk of completely ruining my night sight, I thought I'd do a quick piece to camera. Now, I've got two cameras set up at the moment. One of them has the Z6ii with the 17 to 55 millimeter f2.8. Now this is a DX lens, it's a crop factor lens, and so being on the Z6ii, it's really going to diminish the resolution that I get, but nevertheless it's worth a try. We're going to give it a go, and I've set that one up on the tracker for a series of, I think I did 16 1-minute shots, and we'll see how many of those come out sharp, because it's quite windy, and so there's a good chance we're going to get some movement in the tripod. Now, the other camera is a Z7ii, and I've set that up with the 80 to 200 millimeter f2.8 lens, and that is shooting 28-second shots, and it's at its minimum zoom distance, which is the 80 millimeters. And anything longer than 8 seconds, I'm going to get beanie stars, I'm going to get star trails. So that's why that is so short, and I think I've had to use about a 2400 ISO for that one. So 8 seconds, 2400 ISO and f2.8, looking quite sharp. Now, the disappointing thing is the light pollution on the castle. It's this nasty red, it's nasty red. I have put the Nissi filter on the Z7ii to try and cut it down a bit. It does cut down some of the light pollution behind the castle, but not the light pollution on the castle. Now, my solution for that may well be that I need to wait here for another hour or two, or whatever until whatever time it is that they decide to turn off those Lemmon lights on the castle. Otherwise I'm going to get some pretty nasty, ugly pictures of it, to be honest. But the Comet itself, yeah, looking okay. And once I've got my basic pictures sorted out, I may fiddle around with trying the great big 80 to 200 on the tracker. Now that'll be a challenge for it, because that is a heavy lens. Okay, I've got to get back to things, and so I'll catch up with you a bit later. Okay, so the Comet has set. It is now down behind the hill that is Corfe Castle. I had hoped that by this time, which is about 8:15 or so, something like that, that the lights on the castle would have gone off. There's been some kind of spooky tour or something like that going on. I can see people with torches being led around and hear some voices even from here because I'm downwind of the castle. Anyway, they've disappeared now, but the lights remain on some 15-20 minutes later, and so for all I know they could be on here for another 2 hours. I don't know. So it's unfortunate. So what I am going to have to do, I think, is I'm going to have to create a mask or several and just filter out all the red light from that. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it's been quite breezy, and I think the shots that I've taken at longer focal lengths, particularly with the 80-200mm, not many of those are going to be sharp. Most of them have got some degree of movement in, but there may be the odd one or two that I can rescue, but I don't think I'm going to have enough shots to be able to stack them. So I have taken shots with a variety of lenses, particularly the 17-55mm f2.8. That's the old f-mount lens. I've taken them with the 80-200 f-mount lens. I've also taken some and stacked them with the 24-70 Z-mount f4 lens. Now, obviously, it's got a quarter of the amount of light being let in at f4, but it is such a sharp lens, and so I thought I might as well try upping the ISO, and so I've tried that one at about 50 and 70mm and done some snapshots with that. We'll see how that comes out. I think most of those seem to be sharp, so I've got a good chance of stacking those. So I don't think I'm going to stick around for anything more now. It's not Milky Way season, the moon is halfway up, we've got a bit of light pollution from the town below as well, so I think pretty much I've got about as good as I'm going to get here for the evening, so I think I'm going to pack up, get everything back, get back to the van, drive back to Southampton, and then over the next 2 or 3 or 4 days see what I can make out of the pictures that I've got tonight. And I'm really not sure how this is going to come out, but if there has been anything worth showing you, here it is. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. If you've managed to get this far, I really appreciate it. Do like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel, and it really helps if you press the old like button and subscribe to it. And sometime, I hope, over the next few months, I'll get out more regularly to produce a bit more content and a little bit more know-how in terms of shooting online at night. So thanks again, and I'll see you again next time.